Tonight on American Ninja Warrior, fathers.
I get the motivation to win American Ninja Warrior for my kids. It's as simple as that. Everything I do is for them.
He is coming out hot.
I just wanna be someone.
She is ferocious.
I just wanna be someone.
Daughters.
I love my dad. He's always there for me, and I just couldn't have asked for a bigger fan.
That was the best save of the night.
I wanna be somebody to someone.
Husbands.
To have her here by my side for city finals, it feels great.
When we're together, he cannot be stopped.
Ride, cowboy, ride!
And sons.
My dad is the greatest man I know. He's been there for me no matter what, and I just continually want to just make him proud.
Aim to give back to those that have supported them.
Come on, fight for it!
It's the last stop on the road to the national finals.
I made some history in this competition, and I'm hoping that I can make some more history this season.
Rumble, young girl, rumble.
Look who made it to city finals.
Jake Murray kisses the buzzer. Welcome to Minneapolis, where just a few months ago they were home to the Super Bowl, but tonight it's home to American Ninja Warrior. Hello, and thanks for joining us here outside U.S. Bank Stadium. I'm Matt Eisman. And I'm Akbar Bajabiamila. And Matt, this is the birthplace of Prince, so let's go crazy, because these fans love their ninjas. Well, they're in for a show tonight. This is the last chance to earn a spot in the national finals that start next week in Vegas. So here's who I've got my eyes on tonight. We'll see the ninja who went further than anyone last year. The forecast, it's heating up. The weatherman, Joe Borowski. Plus, fan favorite, the Cowboy Ninja. He lassoed it. Idaho Rancher, Lance Pekus. And then we've got the poster girl for American Ninja Warrior, Megan Martin. That strength, tremendous. Going for her 5th straight trip to Vegas. Well, these athletes are in for a challenge tonight, because this city finals course is longer and tougher than the one they saw in qualifying. For more on that, let's go down to the sidelines and Christine Leahy.
Thanks, Matt. The course tonight features 10 grueling obstacles, starting with a new first obstacle, the Archer Steps. Another change among these first 6 obstacles is that Sky Hooks replaces the ring jump in the number 3 spot. After the warped wall, it's on to the 4 challenges added for the city finals. First up is the iconic salmon ladder, which leads to a new obstacle, the hinge, which requires dangerous jumps between rotating boards. Then it's Iron Maiden, an upper body test that only one person was able to defeat last year. And the course ends with the Spider Trap, a 35-foot climb through 3 sets of heavy doors. If they conquer all 10 obstacles and hit the buzzer, they've guaranteed themselves a spot in the national finals. Matt?
Thanks, Christine. Well, lots of folks from Scandinavia here in Minnesota. So we're going to start the night with the Swedish ninja, Leif Sundberg. And look at him just sprinting up to the starting line. Really? He's doing some pull-ups? Don't wear yourself out. Well, he got that sweet nickname because his family is from Sweden, but there's something else he's famous for.
They call me the Swedish Ninja because of my Swedish heritage, but I think I'm synonymous with one thing, and that is the salmon ladder. It's the obstacle that I tend to go a little crazy on. I do a bunch of tricks, flips, spins. One of the moves I do is a muscle up. I flip the bar as high as I can go, and I can skip the entire salmon ladder with one single move. I can't wait to show everyone what I can do on the salmon ladder tonight.
I want to see him on that salmon ladder. Let's just hope he gets there. Well, he's got about 40 friends in the stands flying the Swedish flag. The Swedish signs, they got a lot of energy. And he's got his dad and wife on the sidelines. Sundberg was one of the fastest finishers in qualifying, and he's quickly through these new archer steps. Now on to the double twister. This obstacle took out 24 ninjas in qualifying.
Matt, Sundberg's one of the bigger guys tonight at 6'2", 195 pounds.
But he's through. Now, his first look at the sky hooks. You have to take that ring and jump it onto the hook 6 feet away.
Ooh, just like that. That was clean.
Well, about 10% of Minnesotans are of Swedish descent, but this crowd is 100% behind Leif Sundberg.
Man, it's louder than a Vikings game out here.
And Sundberg is just crushing this course right now. Now the balance obstacle, the Diamond Dash.
This could be a challenge for bigger guys. He's safe. He's safe.
Leif Sundberg, what a way to kick off this night. 2 obstacles away from putting on a salmon ladder show. But up next, this tough 5th obstacle, the battering ram. You have to slide that cylinder down the track.
And this is the tough part, jumping over to that 2nd cylinder.
But Sundberg gets it. Had the 3rd fastest time in qualifying, and he's coming out strong again tonight. Going for the dismount.
Got it. We're at the Viking Stadium, and I think the Swedish Ninja could be a Viking, or could play for the Vikings. 6'2", 195 pounds.
Now, if he gets over the warp wall, we'll get to see his tricks on the salmon ladder. And no problem. Look at that.
That was sweet!
So now he heads to the back half of the course, and we're going to get the salmon ladder show we've been waiting for.
Oh, yeah. And Matt, he said he's going to pull out one of his tricks for this.
Well, we saw him jump 4 rungs in training. What's he going to do here? Here we go. He's up. Switching to the reverse approach. We saw Drew Drechsel do this. What? Whoa! No! Oh, and what a risky move. And it cost him. He is done. That did not pay off as Leif Sundberg knocked out by the obstacle he's famous for. Tried to do something special. Instead, he got wet.
He showed us this in training, jumping 4 rungs at a time. And he got the left side up, but not the right. And as he turned around, that higher side fell off. Not so sweet for the Swedish Ninja.
And he's standing by with Christine.
Leif, you are a salmon ladder expert. What were you doing there?
So, something called the Wilczewski whip. Do a muscle up backwards, flip it up. I was able to get one side, didn't quite get the other side, and I fell straight down, unfortunately.
Now, why not do it the traditional way?
I'm known for the salmon ladder. I'm not going to do it the normal way. You got to go big or go home.
So no regrets?
No regrets. Just come back stronger next year, and I'll see that salmon ladder again.
All right, Leif, I like the positive attitude. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Tonight, some of the biggest stars in the sport are battling it out for the last spots in the national finals.
Nice, yeah!
Which Ninja superstars will make the cut and punch their ticket to Las Vegas?
It's go time, Minneapolis.
And she shocked the world in qualifying. Yes! Yeah! Now, Abby Clark tries to make history in the city finals. Unbelievable! Plus, the K9 Ninja, Rue Yori, has let his training go to the dogs. His story's coming up on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior in Minneapolis. We built our Ninja Warrior course right outside US Bank Stadium. This is the home of the NFL's Minnesota Vikings, and we've got their mascot and cheerleaders keeping this crowd revved up. While we were away, 3 more athletes tackled our course. 21-year-old newcomer James Gomez looked like a pro on the skyhooks.
He's got a lot of potential here as a rookie.
But the Idaho grocery clerk got the express checkout when he reached the Diamond Dash.
Oh my goodness, we've got a spill on aisle 4.
Minnesota's Dan Delano, the bowling ninja, has rolled 5 perfect games in his career.
Ride that swing.
But he wasn't perfect tonight. as the videographer was sent home early by the skyhooks. Oh, face planted in the water. Then it was Jelani Allen's turn. The Nevada college student made it to the national finals last year as a rookie.
Looking to get back to Las Vegas for a second time.
But tonight, the 22-year-old had his season ended by the battering ram. No! Well, up next, one of the biggest surprises of the entire season, New Jersey special education teacher Abby Clark. She came out of nowhere to hit the buzzer in qualifying. The only woman to do it here in Minneapolis. So she's earned a lot of new fans. But her biggest fan has always believed in her.
Yes.
Nice putt. Good
Thank
going.
you. My dad is a professional golfer. So growing up, I wasn't necessarily pushed into golf. But whatever I did, he was always so supportive. He has always been there for me. My God. Through sports, through everything in my whole life.
This is it. One shot, 14 and a half feet. And the yes! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about!
Hitting the buzzer with my dad there, he was speechless.
It was like nirvana for her at that moment, and for us. Regardless of what happens from here on out, ever. I mean, she made it to the top of that wall. It was unbelievable.
I could not imagine being on this ninja journey without my dad. He's always there for me, and I just couldn't have asked for a bigger fan. Tonight, Dad, this buzzer's for you.
Well, of course, Dad is back on the sideline, along with the other Joe in her life, her boyfriend, Joe Capobianco. First time facing these archer steps. We've seen some finalists struggle on these. A little hung up, but through. Now the 5'3" Clark steps up to the double twister.
Well, Matt, she has an interesting background. She started doing gymnastics at the age of 2 and then started doing track and field at the age of 10. That's a good pedigree. Most of our best women competitors have either been gymnasts or track stars.
Makes that transfer to the second handle. She was an All-American gymnast at Springfield College, won a national title on the balance beam.
She's got that athleticism.
Some extra swings here, Akbar, but now she gets through. Now facing an obstacle she didn't see in qualifying, the skyhooks. She's just 5'3". It's a big ask to make this 6-foot jump. Gets the first one.
Yeah, and this is where that gymnastics background can really help. Knowing how to control your swing.
Kid, pull back. Come on, trust it. Throw.
Nice.
Well, I'll tell you, looking at her, she reminds me of Barclay Stockton. See that pint-sized powerhouse?
Clark has got a lot of spark to her. I like it.
Having trouble, though, building up momentum for the dismount. But sticks the landing.
Well, she was a sprinter and a hurdler in college. She can use those skills here on Diamond Dad.
But at 5'3", long steps, no problem.
What I say, that was so easy for her.
You can see her confidence growing. Remember, the top 2 women move on to the national finals. There's a strong field here in Minneapolis, including Megan Martin, who runs later. But every obstacle Clark gets through improves her chances. Right now, facing the battering ram. She got through this back in qualifying.
This is a challenge, especially for smaller athletes. This jump to the second cylinder is a tough move.
Perfect. Can she hold on?
Come on, come on.
Only 5'3", so tough to wrap those arms around. Gotta get the dismount.
Get out of here, Abby.
Got it!
Nice, Abby.
Abby Clark, the only woman to complete the course in qualifying, is showing that she is the real deal. Now, keep in mind, all season long, we've only seen 8 women make it to the back half of the course. There's 2 of them right there, Barclay Stockton and Michelle Warnke. Can Abby be the 9th? Ooh, came up short. It took her 3 tries in qualifying, Akbar. Her dad knows she can do this.
Remember, only 5'3", this 14.5-foot wall is a challenge. He said she ran track and field. She got to generate enough speed, look up, drive up.
Ooh. Final attempt for Abby Clark. She delivered in qualifying. Can she do it again in the city finals?
Her boyfriend Joe saying get a higher first step. Speed, speed, speed. Come on, Abby.
Abby Clark, final attempt.
Get your pen out for Abby. Get your pen out for Abby. Yeah!
Had her hand up, came up just short. A strong run for Abby Clark, but now she'll have to wait to see if she did enough to move on.
Let's watch her successful attempt back in qualifying. She launches off her right foot and is able to get one hand on top and pull herself up. But tonight, she jumped off her left foot and came up just a few inches short.
She didn't get up the wall, but still a very good run, and as always, made her dad proud. Coming up, last season ended in shock. No! This time, the unpredictable Jake Murray is determined to get back to Vegas.
The corn dog?
And up next, as a ninja, he's Julius Ferguson. But as a rapper, he's Black Jules.
My name is Black Jules. You know I spit the heat. I do it for the kids, whether rich or in the streets. So keep your eyes glued to the courses that I beat.
He's coming up on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. We're right across the Mississippi River from the University of Minnesota. And their cheerleaders, along with Goldie Gopher, are here pumping up the crowd. Well, up next is a ninja who's just as comfortable in a recording studio as he is on the course. This is 32-year-old Julius Ferguson out of Hamden, Connecticut. On the mic, though, he's known as Black Jules.
Probably never hear this on your radio, cause they ain't ready though. The same people can't stand that crazy flow, or the crazy folks can't stand that zany flow, that zany flow.
I've been writing rap since I was 11 years old. Being introduced to rappers like Tupac, I was just spellbound by how they could put together words to rhyme and yet have a profound message, and it just inspired me to want to do the same. So in my music, I rap about the struggles and trials I face and the obstacles that I've overcome.
Cause I spent many days in the streets, hungry without a throne.
I was homeless as a young teenager, living the street life.
Real rap takes more than a mic check.
I absolutely use music as an inspiration tool because I've seen how it can corrupt minds and how it can help to reform minds.
Forget about that AEO.
It's very important to me to be a role model for kids. I recently came back to Connecticut to work at New Era Ninjas, Drew Dressel's gym.
Good, nice and smooth. Good job, high five.
Not only has he turned himself around, but he's actually helping other kids as well, and I think it's fantastic.
1, 2, 3, ninja!
I talk about it in life and in my music, but if they can actually see me persevering through the obstacles, that means more to me than a Grammy. That means more to me than going platinum.
And there is Drew on the sideline supporting Julius, who's been working at his gym for a year now. We'll see Drew in Vegas next week as the national finals begin. Black Jules hoping to join him there.
This guy's used to being on the big stage. He's performed at the Apollo Theater in New York City.
5'8", 166 pounds. Ooh, okay. No problem with this obstacle here in qualifying.
And Black Jules came to play tonight. Nice.
Now, though, Ferguson facing an obstacle that wasn't here in qualifying, the skyhooks.
And the key to this obstacle is knowing how to control your swing. Doing the skyhook puts a lot of pressure on that upper body, the grip, everything.
Now the second jump, a little bit farther at 6.5 feet.
Well, Matt, he's struggling.
Recenter!
Drew Dressel coaching him, telling him to reach back to that other ring to stop the movement. calm the body. It seems to be working. Just go for it. And there it is, makes the transition. I see you, Black Jules. Now get out of there before you fall. But he's back to swinging in circles. No!
Pump, Julius! Pump!
This does not bode well for him. Get out of there!
Ooh, my goodness! Barely makes it to the landing pad. Now it's the Diamond Dash.
Okay, this is where he fell back in qualifying. He didn't stay in the middle of the diamond, and he was tripped up early.
A chance at redemption right here.
Stay focused, stay focused.
Oh, yes! What a save!
I gotta see that again. This time, he hits the middle on the first one, but not the second. And on that third one, he's right on the edge. That caused him to trip, and he just barely made it across.
It doesn't get any easier. Now he's staring up at the battering ram. He's still alive. And a good job using his momentum to get that cylinder moving. This is a long transfer.
Come on.
Drew does not look confident, but Jules makes it. Wow! Now has to scoot that cylinder over for the dismount.
And Matt, he's been laboring. Nothing has been easy for him on this run. Come on, get off of the battering ram.
Oh my goodness! Almost hit the water, but he is through.
Yeah!
Yes!
I'm talking about back-to-back lucky save. Go get yours.
Now he'll get his first chance ever at the warped wall.
This will be a big moment for him. And he's got it. Hey, take advantage of it. Go take advantage of it.
Well, Julius Ferguson has had some down moments in his life. Lived on the streets for a time, but look at how far he has come. Now trying to earn a spot in Ninja's National Finals.
Oh, the shirt's coming off.
Lower your heart rate, control your breathing, and keep shaking.
Well, no better coach than Drew Dressel telling Julius to control his breathing as he gets ready for these final 4 obstacles. First up, the salmon ladder. But keep in mind, we saw him take a lot of extra swings on the sky hooks. What will he have left on the grip?
All right, come on, authority, nice.
Wow, one more rung to go. And he's got it. And he'll be the first tonight to take on this new obstacle, the hinge. Now these panels rotate, lock in 90 degrees.
You see him turning it around?
Now you need to do a spider flip here. That's about a 6.5-foot transition.
Yeah, you can see this is going to be a blind turn, so he's got to trust his body where it is. Boom! No way you are there! Good
Look
turn.
at this!
I told you, this dude's on a mission!
And you can see that middle section rotates around. Now he'll have another 6-foot jump to the final board. We're telling him to go up. That last board is a little higher. Yes!
Oh, no! No!
Julius Ferguson made it all the way to the end, had his feet on the landing pad, but couldn't save it.
Let me tell you, he had close calls all over the course. And on the hinge, he made that leap to the final board, but look at his face. The rapper couldn't quite wrap his hands around the sides. But like his hero Tupac says, I ain't mad at you.
Real fun. Hopefully it's enough. Get down to Vegas.
Coming up, she's one of America's favorite ninjas. You go, girl. You go. Tonight, Megan Martin tries to earn a 5th straight trip to Vegas. Plus, who knew the weatherman, yes, is also the music man? Get a listen to Joe Morawski's other talents coming up on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to Minneapolis and U.S. Bank Stadium. This is the home of the NFL's Minnesota Vikings, and their drum corps, the Skull Line, is back once again, keeping our crowd entertained. And while we were away, 3 more athletes tried to punch their tickets to the national finals. Ben Antoine had his own cheerleaders on the sideline. And this engineer for bowling was flying high early on.
Well, he is showing some good upper body strength here.
But the three-time Ninja veteran crashed on the Diamond Dash.
Oh, no, not again, not again.
No! The same place he went out and qualified.
For the love of what?
21-year-old rookie Jamie Ross was able to glide across the Diamond Dash.
Ross is a boss.
But the 5'2" powerlifter from Eagan, Minnesota couldn't power her way across the battering ramp.
Oh, she's slipping. Oh, she's slipping.
Oh! Illinois gym manager Michael Salenzi, nicknamed the Stallion, galloped through the first half of the course.
You want to be the ultimate ninja? Beat this back half.
But on the 8th obstacle, the hinge, the Stallion's run was ended.
Oh! Boom! That was crazy.
Well, our next competitor is following a family tradition. This is 24-year-old Danny Bergstrom out of Seminole, Florida. If the name sounds familiar, it's because he's part of the Bergstrom Bunch, the 9 kids belonging to Ninja competitor Jason Bergstrom and his wife, Kathy. But for Danny, getting to this point wasn't always one big happy family.
I grew up in a household where abuse was constant, both physically and mentally. And as I slowly grew older and older, I kind of accepted who I was. Really, that I was just a loser. When I was about 15, I ended up being taken away and being put into foster care. When I first got adopted by the Bergstroms, it was like everything changed.
Danny took a while for him to learn what the family values were and what was important and where the boundaries were. It is hard to take in a teenager because they come with a lot of baggage, 15 years of hurt.
The very first day that I moved in, I was really distraught. And I remember I was sitting by the pool, just in tears. And he came over next to me and put an arm around me and said, "Hey, we're gonna be here for you." And since that day, he's never gone back on his word.
Get it, get it!
Bergstrom continuing to roll.
Last season in Daytona, when I was watching my dad from the stands, it really ignited something in my heart. Something deep within me that I wanted to be just like him.
There we go, Danny. I'm behind you. We're proud of him for the work that he's put into it, for the man he's becoming, and win or fail, we love him.
My dad is the greatest man I know, and I'm here to make him proud.
His dad, Jason, ran in the Miami finals a few weeks ago. He's on the sideline with mom, Kathy, brother, Caleb, and Danny's girlfriend, Paige. The rest of the family watching back home in Florida.
He's got the glasses on. All right, stay focused.
Well, at 6 feet, 190 pounds, one of the larger ninjas here tonight.
Oh, and loses those glasses. Good catch, but that could be an issue for him.
What a transformation it's been for Danny. Last year, he weighed 250 pounds. Watched his dad run the course in Daytona, got the ninja bug, so he started training and lost 60 pounds. Now, he's here in the city finals.
Now, he doesn't have the ninja experience like some of the others, but he's got the passion.
Oh, barely through. Well, he's been training religiously in the family backyard where they built more than 40 obstacles, but he's never seen the skyhooks before.
Nice! I like it. Very efficient. Oh, my goodness. Nice aggressive tempo.
Perfect. That's as good as you can get through that obstacle.
He just wrecked shot on skyhooks.
But this is where he fell in qualifying the Diamond Dash.
He stumbled and tried to make a diving save, but just couldn't make it to the platform. Go, 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 go. Oh, nice!
And right through it. And he is fired up. Now on to the 5th obstacle, the battering ram.
Good.
But this is a 3.5-foot diagonal transition. Got it! Unbelievable! Fella! Moving with such confidence. Going for the dismount. He's got it! Glass is coming off. I mean, look at him! Look at Danny! Now he's made it to the warped wall, something his dad's never done. Great enthusiasm, getting the crowd going. 6 feet tall, can he get up the wall? Yes! Well, what a transformation. A few years ago, he was a troubled teenager. Just a year ago, he weighed 250 pounds. Now, he's taking on the back of the city finals course. And everybody in this crowd behind him.
But Matt, with his size and lack of experience, these Final Four obstacles are going to be a challenge.
First test, this salmon ladder.
This is going to be hard, Matt. I'm not going to lie.
Good correction.
It's going to be hard. Oh, okay. Excuse me, Mr. Bergstrom.
No problem with the salmon ladder and goes right onto the new obstacle, the hinge. No one has made it through it yet.
He's moving like a small guy.
Such an impressive pace.
Okay, Big Little.
Are you kidding me? The Bergstrom family gotta be bursting with pride. This is as efficient a run as I've ever seen, especially out of the big guy. I'm so impressed.
No, he's a big little guy.
Now he's gonna be the first to take on the 9th obstacle, Iron Maiden. He's gonna slide those handles over the pegs and work his way across the 3 panels.
And Matt, he's carrying almost 200 pounds. Trying to put those handles on the pegs is going to be difficult.
The surprising run of Danny Bergstrom ends on the 9th obstacle. But you know his family's got to be proud of that effort, and it could get him to Vegas.
He's a bigger guy, but watch him fly through the hinge like it's nothing. And then on Iron Maiden, he couldn't get that top handle off, and his grip finally gave out, but a great run by this rookie.
And he's standing by with Christine.
Danny, what a performance! And you're a rookie. You made it past the Diamond Dash tonight. That's what took you down in qualifying. What was the difference for you?
My dad gave me some tips, actually. He said, squeeze the butt cheeks and stay straight. And so I did that. I got it.
What does it mean for you to see your son out here on the course?
This has been so exciting, and he has worked so hard for this. See him clean up his diet, to hit the exercise hard, and we're very proud of him.
Well, you did a fantastic job. I have high hopes for you, but we will see if you made it far enough, fast enough, okay?
Thank you so much.
Guys, back to you.
Still to come, he always puts on a show. What's Ninja Wildman Jake Murray gonna pull off tonight? We'll see his run when we come back. Plus, we're heading back to the ranch with the Cowboy Ninja. Fan favorite Lance Pekas is coming up on American Ninja Warrior. Next week, it's what we've been building to all year long. The National Finals in Las Vegas. The best ninjas in the country start on stage 1, all hoping to win the $1 million grand prize. You don't want to miss it. Well, can't wait for next week, but right now we've got something exciting. It's the fun-loving Jake Murray. This 4-time veteran is known as one of the best ninjas around, but also one of the most unpredictable. And though he now lives in Colorado, Jake grew up not too far from here.
I grew up in Brookings, South Dakota. It's a little over a 200-mile drive from Minneapolis. I would definitely say that I'm not the typical South Dakotan. It's a little more conservative than I choose to live my life.
He knows how to make an entrance. The corn dog! Oh!
He always walked to a different drummer. He was always his own person.
Young Jake Murray was a squirrely young lad.
He was always outside climbing a tree or skateboarding, constant skateboarding.
I'm sure my parents were at their wits' end a few times with me.
What you see is what you get. But he still has the Midwest values. I don't think he'll ever lose that.
South Dakota made me who I am. My roots are there, and it'll always be home.
Well, Jake looking right at home here on the course. He's flying through these early obstacles already on the battering ram.
Well, Matt, Jake Murray missed out on Vegas last year. He does not want to do it again.
Going for the dismount. And he's through. You can tell he's all business tonight, going straight to the rope wall.
Well, he's got no tricks up his sleeves. Usually he's got some sort of trickery or some
No
fun.
fanny pack, no corn dogs.
Okay, there it was.
Still having fun.
I spoke too soon.
Well, you can see why the fans love him. And there, Jake's parents came over from South Dakota. First 2 seasons, he made it all the way to stage 2 in Vegas. Then last year, a shocking early exit in Denver.
And he was just crushed by that fall on the third obstacle. He's not going to make a mistake like that again.
He gets through the salmon ladder, but now this tricky new obstacle, the hinge. That's Jake's girlfriend, Carissa. Jake's got to turn midair and make this 6-foot leap.
Got it. Very important on this next transition to be able to turn around and see where you're going.
And you see he's climbing up the plank to get a better angle. Just needs to stick this dismount, and Jake Murray still got to work around to attempt the dismount. Got it! No celebrating, though, for Jake Murray. He's really focused.
That's because Iron Maiden is in front of him.
He's only the second athlete to reach this point. Danny Bergstrom fell here just moments ago. Well, here we go. 5'9", 150 pounds.
You can see he's going straight down one side of the pegs. Some of the competitors will try it that way. They think it makes it easier to lock off, so those handles, they don't spin.
Now a tough move has to reach underneath and go up the other side. Let's see what he's got on this ascent. Jake Murray looking a bit fatigued.
He always finds a way. That's the one thing about Jake Murray. He finds a way.
Oh, boy.
And he stays calm. You see him?
Now finding a new pace.
All right, turn it up. Turn it up.
Now it's this descent that requires precision. 45-degree angle. Those handles will slip and slide right off those pegs. Jake trying to be the first to get through this tonight. Going for the dismount now.
Get out of there.
Got it! Jake Murray making South Dakota proud tonight. He wanted redemption after last year's disappointment, and now only the spider trap stands between him and the buzzer.
And this crowd wants to see a finisher.
Got a spider climb 35 feet straight up through those doors. Now he's only 150 pounds. These sets of doors 100 pounds, 50 pounds each.
100-pound doors gonna mess up his hair.
Jake Murray fighting through it. 2 more sets of doors.
Power your way through. You got this.
Only about 10 more feet to go.
No pouch, no corn dogs, all Jake Murray.
Well, he's been all business, but does he have enough for this final push? Looking exhausted. What a return out of Jake Murray.
He's got it, Matt.
Our first finisher. He's not missing out on Vegas this year. Jake Murray, the first to hit the buzzer.
Jake Murray showed that Iron Maiden can be conquered. And then he had to really battle his way up the chute on Spider Trap. But he made his way to the top.
What a run of redemption for Jake Murray.
Well, Matt, he's going back to Vegas, and now Jake Murray can have a little bit of fun.
Coming up, Megan Martin can do it all. Model, rock climber, and ninja superstar. I see it. Tonight, she's going for her 5th straight trip to Vegas. Plus, who let the dogs out? Ruyori did. Now the K9 Ninja is back to save more rescue dogs.
Good job, buddy.
And he's up next on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior outside US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. While we were away, 2 more ninjas tried to earn a spot in next week's national finals. Minneapolis' own Jason Sally calls himself the Rainbow Ninja. He runs to represent the LGBTQ community, and he had a huge crowd cheering him on. But despite having feathers on his shoulders, the gym owner couldn't fly past the double twister.
Oh! I thought he had it, man.
Colorado's Austin Gray was running the course with a message after donating his kidney just a few months ago to his friend Kaylee, who was on the sideline.
You see it on his shirt, share your spare.
After failing to get up to Ward Ball in qualifying, he redeemed himself tonight.
Look at that!
This impressive 21-year-old rookie made it all the way to the Iron Maiden before his run came to an end.
Oh, no! But that's a good run for a rookie.
Well, on the course right now, one of our impressive rookies from 2 years ago, it's Michael Torres.
Oh, and he's got this crowd hyped.
Now stepping up to take on the battering ram. Some big changes for Torres this year. He gave up his job as a union carpenter in New Jersey and moved to the Chicago area to work at a ninja gym. Makes it to the second cylinder.
And we were impressed when this guy made it to Vegas his first 2 years. Looking to do the same thing here.
Yes! And look at all his ninja training partners from the Chicago area cheering him on. Even a few non-Chicagoans like Barclay Stockett all wearing those red Team Torres shirts.
He's an exciting young ninja star. I call him the baby-faced assassin because he looks like a little kid, but he can kill it on the course.
And this is a man who responds to the crowd, Ivar.
You could get that 18-foot ball, couldn't you? Let's look at that one again. Look at the big up by Torres. That's about 18 feet.
Torres now visualizing these next few obstacles. There's his dad on the sideline with the whole family watching from back in New Jersey. Torres now onto the salmon ladder.
And he's been moving quickly, which is smart. Check yourself. This is where the course gets tougher. Boom, boom, click, clack.
And gets through the salmon ladder. Now has to figure out this new obstacle, the hinge.
He's 5'9". He's got to turn and make this 6-foot leap.
And he sticks it.
Now this transition should be no problem for Torres. 160 pounds of solid muscle.
Just has to get over to that final board. Oh no! And that's how quickly it can end. Michael Torres looking so strong, but lost his grip. Now he'll have to wait to see if that keeps him in the top 15 and gets him to Vegas.
He just rushed it. He lands his left foot too far to the right, so there's nowhere to place his right foot. And after that, he couldn't get a grip and went down hard.
Next time, right?
Whew. Well, we've talked about what a ninja hotbed this area has become, and up next is another Minnesotan, Andrew Rue Yori, better known as the K9 Ninja, because he raises awareness for dog rescue. That's one of his adopted dogs in the screen right there, but unfortunately this year, Yori lost one of his favorites.
15 years, Angus.
Angus was one of the original dogs that we adopted.
I think you deserve a cake for that.
The 15 years that we spent together and the experiences that we had, I wouldn't trade that for anything. He was there in Indy when I hit my first buzzer.
Claws his way up, and Rue Yori does it!
Angus, unfortunately, passed away this year.
Angus, you ready for Kansas City? Are you ready for Kansas City? Yeah! Get excited, get excited!
He's a member of our family, you know, and so when that's gone, it's hard, and it.
Nothing can replace Angus. But what good is a canine ninja without a canine sidekick?
What's up, Johnny?
Johnny, who is a young pit bull, is rescued out of a dogfighting situation.
All right, come on.
He's stepping up. He's helping me train grip work by playing tug with me. He's even started learning his own obstacles.
Yeah.
I actually built him a buzzer, and I set it down in front of him, and it was like he'd been waiting his whole life to hit that thing.
Yeah, good job, Johnny.
So as long as I follow in his footsteps, hit that buzzer tonight, I'll be good to go.
Oh, there it is. Who let the dogs out? Well, he's definitely brought the crowds out. He's got a big group in the stands. And on the sideline, his wife Clara is helping wrangle two of their dogs, Johnny and another rescue, Aladdin. Rory at 41, our oldest finalist, but no problem with the archer steps.
Matt, this guy is in ridiculous shape at 41.
Rory squeezes in training while working in a lab at the prestigious Mayo Clinic down in Rochester, Minnesota. And right through the double twister.
Listen to that. Crowd's got the Wu chants going.
Rory has been running his Dog Rescue Foundation for 15 years. Made it to the national finals 2 years ago. Now stepping up to the Skyhooks.
Oh, he got big by the Skyhooks.
Well, that is shocking. Rue Yori out on just the third obstacle.
This was a rookie mistake by the veteran. He gets a good bounce, and his hands are right there at the ring, and he just missed it. A rough ending for the K9 Ninja.
Just missed the loop. Dang it. Sorry, guys. Sorry, dog.
Coming up, get ready for a wild ride with the Cowboy Ninja Lance Pekus. The Idaho Rancher is trying to get back to Vegas for the 5th time. And we'll see him hit the course when we come back on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior and the Minneapolis City Finals. And up next, an athlete with perhaps the biggest cheering section of the night. This is local hero Sarah Beaston Heeson. But not only does she have a huge group in the stands, she's got bacon on the sidelines. What? That's her friend Jessie. Sarah says she wears the outfit to remind her to have fun out there. Last year, Heeson made it to the national finals as a rookie, edged out her friend Sarah Schoback by 0.3 of a second. Schoback running later tonight. The two stars were our guests on the American Ninja Warrior podcast. It's available on all podcasting platforms. Check it out. You'll hear interviews with lots of top ninjas, including stars like Graham McCartney and Barclay Stockton.
And Heeson's got that look on her face. When she gets that Beaston Heeson look, you know she's about to land it.
Last year was her first time competing. And you can see the difference between last year and this year. The Beast has gotten stronger. This is a new obstacle for her here in the Skyhooks. Replace the ring jump. The obstacle she fell on in qualifying. Has to be happy that one's gone.
Oh, you can see her starting to frown at the course. Like, come on, you want some of this? Then come get some.
Good job.
You want Vegas again? You gotta earn it.
Look at the intensity on her face.
You want it? Go get it. Go get it then, Sarah Heeson. That's what I'm talking about.
And Beaston Heeson is through. Well, this crowd was already rowdy, and now this one's got them really fired up. Heeson ran track at St. Olaf College in Northfield, Minnesota. Now needs to sprint across the Diamond Dash.
Go get it. Go get it. Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah.
Well, she's having fun out here, but she's also got a fast pace going. She knows going far enough, fast enough, could get her back to Vegas.
And if she can get through the batting ram here, she'll have a good shot at it.
Her time is better than Abby Clark, who got through this earlier. And now a big transition here, 3.5 feet. This is going to be a tough one for Heeson.
Oh! How is she holding on? Yes! She's got
Look at that. Battle that rail. Heeson locked on. She is a boss. A boss on the battering ram. Oh!
She looked so strong up to that point, but the grip gave out. Now we'll have to wait to see if that's good enough to get her to Vegas.
I think the expression on her face says it all. Beeston Heeson always leaves it all out on the course, and this crowd loved it. But at the battering ram, she battled hard, but her grip finally gave out.
I wanted it bad. Oh man, I was so close. It's fun though.
Well, now it's time to settle up for one of the most popular ninjas around. It's the Cowboy Ninja, Lance Pekus. Lance works and trains on a cattle ranch in Salmon, Idaho, and with his ninja success, he's become a national celebrity.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Over the last few years, I've done some work with the Idaho Beef Council. This year, my platform has grown. The National Beef Council reached out to me and they wanted me to be a national spokesperson. They always knew that I was a good representative of the industry, but they saw mine and Heather's story on American Ninja Warrior, that we've been battling multiple sclerosis. It really pushed them over when they could see how I support my family no matter what we're going through. This year, we're gonna be doing some videos on how I train. I'm gonna be doing some national events. Growing up, I never thought I'd be a national spokesperson, and it's amazing this opportunity and this platform that American Ninja Warrior has given me.
Well, the hat is already off, and the Cowboy is riding high, showing off his incredible strength on the battering ram.
That's nothing but beef and potatoes right there. Beef and potatoes.
You can see a little trouble there in the cylinder, but he's through. And there's Heather. Because of her MS, she wasn't able to come watch his runs last year, but her health's improved enough she can travel now. Lance always wants her on the sideline. He's looking for his 5th trip to Vegas.
5'7", he's got that giddy up. He's got this.
Look at that. What power out of the Cowboy.
Yeehaw! And the shirt's coming off. You know the ladies are like that.
You get to Vegas, we get those hats back.
Love to see it.
All right, we just made a deal. He gets to Vegas, we break out the black hats.
All right, we got it.
If you remember, it was 3 years ago in Vegas when we pulled those hats out. And we look good.
And I gotta tell you, Lance Pekus, he proves good guys can wear black.
Matthew Thorne and Michelle Warnke wearing those black Cowboy Ninja shirts too. Now the man from Salmon, Idaho, taking on the Salmon Ladder.
In 7 seasons, he's never fallen on this obstacle.
Woo!
Where's the beef?
Dang. Now facing the hinge. We've seen some good ninjas go down here in the past few minutes.
Watch these transitions. Pekus seeming a little awkward here. Now this last panel, 18 inches up.
All right, now he's done different obstacles like this. This ain't his first rodeo. Nice.
And the Cowboy Ninja gets through the 8th obstacle.
Another strong run from the Cowboy.
And how great, putting a smile on his wife's face. But let's see, can he get that buzzer in the city finals?
He's got 2 more obstacles to conquer. First up, Iron Maiden.
Jake Murray's the only one who's gotten through this so far.
My goodness, look at the muscles in his back. And he's coming down one side of the panel, just like Jake Murray did.
And what I love is that he runs the course in jeans. That's a true cowboy right there. Now has to go under to reach that next panel. Pekus trying to be just our 2nd finisher tonight.
He weighs 160 pounds. Ooh, that's a lot of mass. Wow. Pekus has got to take up. Now, all that mass pulling up, turning around. Be careful on the decline.
Now, here's where the trouble begins.
Because once you go one-handed down, that's where you can spin out of control. It can fail.
just a few feet from finishing, but Lance Pekus comes up short on Iron Maiden. A lot of runs still to come, but that should be good enough to get him to Vegas.
Here's why Iron Maiden is so tough. Watch his left hand. It spins off that handle, and that immediately pulls off the right hand. But that's another strong run by Lance Pekus.
And so great that he's able to share the moment with Heather. Coming up, it's a who's who of Ninja All-Stars. Fighting for the final spots in Vegas when American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to the home of the Vikings, US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. And while we were away, 3 more competitors got their shot on the course. First, it was 22-year-old college student Dalton Knopf.
Man, he's got a big crowd here.
This cancer survivor, who weighs only 120 pounds, battled his way to the 8th obstacle, the hinge.
Nice.
Before finally crashing down.
Ooh! Oh!
Then it was his older brother, Green Bay, Wisconsin's Drew Knopf, who cruised to the back half.
Can't stop Knopf.
The 3-time Ninja veteran got past the hinge.
Boy, he represented for Green Bay.
But he couldn't survive Iron Maiden. No! Finally, it was Colorado climber Ian Dory who did find a way to get past Iron Maiden.
One thing I've learned about Ian Dory, this dude is tough.
The 5-time Ninja veteran then climbed up the spider trap to hit his 5th straight city finals buzzer.
I think we found Dory. We found Dory.
Well, up next is one of last year's breakout stars. We love his passion. From Newton, Georgia, it's Tyler Gillette. He made it to stage 2 last year as a rookie, and now he's got a new training partner. A moment he's been dreaming of for years.
Last year, American Ninja Warrior was my first year, and it was awesome.
Look at Mama. She knows what that means to her son.
After my Daytona run, I got my mom to start training for American Ninja Warrior. My mom comes to the Ninja Gym with me almost every time that I go. She'll go sometimes when I'm working and I can't go. Everyone at my gym calls her the Ninja Mom.
Sometimes people ask me if it's weird that I'm hanging out with my son or am I invading his world? And it's been the opposite. It's created an even stronger bond for us.
A lot of kids want to pursue their dream, and their parents don't fully understand what their dream is. The fact that she not only understands but wants to be a part of it has just really allowed us to connect on a deeper level.
Well, Gillette's already on the course and dismounting off the Skyhooks. There's his mom on the sidelines along with his sister Rochelle. Up next for Gillette, the Diamond Dash.
Oh no! Good recovery out of Gillette. Oh, almost gave his mom a heart attack.
Well, the back of his shirt says Dream Chaser because he's chasing his dream of being a ninja. Now taking on the battering ram, he's worked as a delivery driver, armored car driver, now working at Starbucks, anything so he has time to train for Ninja Warrior. It's the transition. Remember his story from last year? He was a Ninja super fan who was so overcome with emotion, he broke down in tears when he hit his first buzzer.
Yeah, trying to show last year was no fluke.
Those are his training buddies, mostly from the Atlanta area. They came up to Minneapolis to support him. Now, stepping down to face the warped wall. 5'10". And no problem.
You got a dream, go get it. You got a dream, go get it, baby.
Well, his dream right now is to get to Vegas, and to do that, probably going to need to reach the Iron Maiden.
I was starting to hear the crowd, the energy growing.
Well, he trains religiously with his mom and all those other great ninja athletes in the Atlanta area.
Great technique, keeping those L's.
Reaches the top.
Nice.
Now on to the hinge. With his fast pace, if he gets through this, he'll guarantee himself a spot in Vegas.
I like it.
Well, he grew up building obstacles in his backyard, now trying to figure out the hinge.
All right, this is where we've seen a few people fall.
But Gillette gets it, now just needs the dismount. And he's through. And he may not know it yet, but he just secured a spot in the top 15. He's going to Vegas. Mom blows him a kiss. She's got to be proud of her training partner.
He'll take any help he can get for this next one. Iron Maiden.
Trying to get his first city finals buzzer. Fell on the 9th obstacle last year in Daytona.
And your arms are so spent at this point, it's difficult to slide those metal handles on and off those pegs. And you see how he's coming straight down in the line. That way it prevents the body swaying side to side.
Much better control. Wrapping it around. A little awkward here with the hand placements.
Turn around, good. Nice. Wow.
Finding his rhythm. It was a close shave there on that transfer. Gillette seemed a little more comfortable, but these handles...
Okay, be careful. Oh, no! He was so close to finishing!
Tyler Gillette makes it to the final panel on Iron Maiden before splashing down, but a great run, and the best news, he's going back to Vegas.
He got past the hinge with a fast enough time, and that guaranteed him a spot in the top 15. He looked like he was in control on Iron Maiden, but those handles just slid off.
And he's getting big hugs from his mom and his other training partners. We'll see him next week in Vegas. Coming up, he was the fastest in qualifying. Can he do it again tonight? We'll see the weatherman, Joe Moravsky, when we come back on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to US Bank Stadium here in downtown Minneapolis. And while we were away, 3 more competitors got their shot on the course. Minnesota's Sarah Schoback, the Ninja of the North, had a huge crowd on hand. And she was flying high early.
Ooh, look at her get twisty on the double twister.
But the gym owner came up just short on the skyhooks. No! Her foot grazed the water, and her night was over. Utah's Carson Boyles was trying to get to Vegas for the 4th time, and he raced to the back half.
Time to make it happen. Swimming upstream.
And though he slipped off Iron Maiden, oh! What? His time was fast enough to guarantee a spot in the top 15. University of Minnesota entomology student Eric Middleton had us eat a spider when he completed the qualifying course.
Man, I still can't believe he made us eat a tarantula.
Tonight, he splashed down at Iron Maiden. No! Since he didn't hit the buzzer, he had to eat the insect this time, a lollipop with a mealworm in it.
Pretty good.
Well, it's a balmy night here in the Twin Cities, but a storm is about to roll in. Coming to the start line, it's the weatherman, Joe Moravsky. The 29-year-old out of Connecticut is one of the greatest ninjas in history. He went farther than anyone in the competition last year, but he's got a whole nother talent you may have to hear to believe.
Golden balls, get out my way.
And Joe Moravsky's going back to stage 3.
You know what's funny? A lot of people know everything about me, or so they think.
The weatherman delivers.
But you might not know, but the weatherman is also a music man. I like piano. I played trumpet 4th grade through high school. I like to sing every so often. And my kids love it. Daddy's gonna buy you a mockingbird. A few years ago, I did the national anthem at my high school. It came out all right. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? That's all I'm giving you. I've always had this dream as a kid to be this pop singer or this superstar when it comes to singing and have people scream your name. And it's cool because I get that from Ninja Warrior.
And look, he still wants the fastest time.
It's great. It sounds so good.
And right now, Joe Morawski's making some sweet music on this course. He's flying across the battery today.
You know, I gotta say, I'm impressed by his music skills. He's multi-talented.
He's powering his way through right here, going for the dismount. And he's got it. And he points to the 18-foot mega wall. You can see he's still disappointed.
This was him in qualifying. He ran up and got fingers on the top, but couldn't hang on, so he missed out on $10,000.
Has to run up the 14.5-foot wall tonight, and no problem.
He's still thinking about it.
I could have done that.
He said, I could have done that. Well, he'll have to wait till next year to prove it. Joe can use the money. He's got 2 kids at home now. His wife, Stephanie, back in Connecticut with them. She's watching via FaceTime. Joe's mom and sister are here. Up next for him is the salmon ladder. This is an obstacle he's never fallen on. Oh! Destroying it. Good correction. And now to the hinge. And with his fast time, if he gets through this, he'll be guaranteed to go back to Vegas for the 6th straight year.
I tell you, he is so consistent.
Mentally, I don't know that there's a tougher competitor in all of Ninja Warrior.
You gotta climb up. There's a little slippery.
And he's got it. The Weatherman is going back to the national finals again.
And this crowd is giving him the rock star treatment he's always wanted.
And Morawski's such a competitor. He wants a buzzer. It's such an achievement to finish the city finals course. Morawski's already done it 4 times. He wants a 5th. Megan Martin and Drew Dressel now on the sidelines, hoping to see a finish, but he's got to survive Iron Maiden.
And this has been a tough one tonight. Knocked out 8 ninjas. All right, trying to find that placement. Watch out. You see a lot of that swing.
Long reaches here. Morawski has a background as a gymnast, not a rock climber, but he's finding a way through.
And now he's got a rhythm going. 5'10", 170 pounds. Rock with it, baby.
Just this final panel to go.
And you can see just the confidence, the perfect lock-offs.
Nothing phases Joe Morawski.
Going for the dismount right now. And he's through! Joe Morawski continues to amaze us. Now he's got 35 feet for another city finals buzzer.
He had the fastest time in qualifying. He's got a shot to do it again in the finals, but Jake Murray's got the top time so far.
Trying to get back to Vegas to go for that $1 million. Once he starts, he's going to fly, but those 100-pound doors are going to slow him down.
Absolutely, and not to mention there's a little humid out here in Minneapolis, so the plexiglass can be a little slick.
We've seen others struggle at this point. The arms and legs just start to fatigue, but he's way out of Jake Murray's pace. If he can keep this up, he'll have the fastest time. Is there a more consistent performer in Ninja history than Joe Morawski?
I don't think so.
Just got to bust through those final doors. Oh my goodness! The Weatherman does it again! The fastest finish of the night.
Man, Joe Morawski can do it all. Make music and crush ninja courses. He found a way across Iron Maiden and then pushed his way to the top. Another city finals buzzer with the fastest time of the night.
An exhausted Joe Morawski can rest up. We'll see him in Vegas next week. Coming up, she's had some magic moments on the course.
Oh, I said so! I said so!
Can Megan Martin thrill us again tonight? She's up next on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to the Minneapolis City Finals, where these ninja athletes have been muscling up and flying high, hoping to earn a trip to the national finals. And now it's time for one of the runs everyone has been waiting for. It's Megan Martin out of Boulder, Colorado. She's a model, she's a rock climber, and she's one impressive ninja. She's made it to the city finals every year she's competed.
You got this, Megan!
And look at the army of ninjas she's got on her sidelines.
Flip Rodriguez, Joe Moravsky, Barclay Stockton, and a lot more. Plus, her parents are also here. They rarely miss one of her runs.
And this is her first time on these new archer steps.
And the former pole vaulter from Vanderbilt needs an extra swing, but gets through it. Megan Martin has an impressive ninja resume. She was just the third woman to make it up the warp wall. She's qualified for the city finals 5 straight years, but has never hit a city finals buzzer. Can tonight be the night?
Matt, I think she can do it. She has the rock climbing experience. She is so strong. But ooh, she needs to get off this double twister.
And she does it. And there's one of Megan's biggest fans, 7-year-old Selena Jones and her mom. As we told you in qualifying, she and Megan have a special friendship. Megan now getting her first look at the skyhooks here.
She's only 5'3", but with that pole vaulting and rock climbing background, I think she can figure this one out.
Makes the first jump. And you see her incredible strength. She's not only one of the top rock climbers here in the States, she's one of the best in the world.
And quick transfer, good job there to Megan Martin.
And Megan is through. Megan still models for the Athleta Sportswear Company. And look at that smile. That's why she has so many fans. But balance obstacles always a worry now facing the Diamond Dash.
Go, go, go. Ooh, that was nothing. That was nothing from Megan Martin.
Now it's the battering ram. If she gets past this, she'll be assured a spot among the top 2 women. She'll knock out Sarah Beeston-Heeson, who's currently in second. But this is the obstacle she couldn't get through in qualifying.
And this is right where she fell, making that jump over to the second cylinder. You got it, Megan. You got it. Swing, nice. Ooh, yes! Got her hands around it.
Only 5'3", tough to get a good grip with shorter arms.
Locked in. Gotta get the dismount. Come on, come on.
Got it! So Megan Martin is going back to the national finals. Unfortunately, she knocks out Sarah Beeston-Heeson. Heeson was on the bubble last year and just made it in this year. Not so lucky. Now Megan Martin facing the warp wall. Remember, Abby Clark couldn't get up it earlier tonight.
She's got this. And right up it.
And now she's smiling.
You go, girl. You go.
I think the pressure's off Akbar. Now it's time for her to have a little fun on the back half of this course. Keep in mind, only 9 women all season long have made it to this point. And of them, I don't know that any has the climbing ability of Megan Martin.
And look at her. She is so chill.
But 4 more obstacles if she wants that buzzer, starting with the salmon ladder.
And Matt, we have not had a single woman fall on the salmon ladder all year.
Martin gonna try to keep that streak alive. One more run, she's got it. And the women are 9-0 on the salmon ladder this year as Martin now moves on to the hinge.
Now this is new. Again, as a boulderer, as a climber, expect her to look at her using that pincher grip with the lower body so good.
Keep going, you got it.
But this backwards jump is tricky.
Power! And locks it in. Whoa.
Look at the strength, Matt. I think she's gonna do it.
Using those years of rock climbing right here. She's climbing high up on the plank for this final transition.
Come on, come on. Yeah.
And she's done it. Megan Martin conquers the 8th obstacle. Wow. And Megan Martin now in rarefied air. Only 4 other women have ever reached the 9th obstacle, and only 2, Casey Catanzaro and Jessie Graff, had gotten past it.
This is going to be a challenge even for Megan Martin. Come on.
No woman has ever faced the Iron Maiden before. Oddly, what we've seen is climbers going down one side. Instead, she's splitting it.
Look at the latissimus dorsi on her. Look at the triceps and the bicep. Look at all of that.
Testament to her power. But now this difficult move underneath to the next panel.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Megan Martin.
You got this.
We are witnessing one of the great runs in American Ninja Warrior.
I can't contain myself. Get me out of the booth.
But this descent has been the challenge all night long.
She's got the control. Hold on. Hold on. Come on.
And those arms starting to straighten out. No! So close. Was just a few feet from finishing that ninth obstacle, but still an incredible run out of Megan Martin.
She crushed the salmon ladder and the hinge, and looked like she had it on Iron Maiden. But watch her right hand. She couldn't get that handle onto the peg. But the good news, she's going to the national finals.
Megan Martin with an instant classic, and she and her family can pack their bags for Vegas. Well, get ready for something big. We're down to the wire for the final spots in Vegas. Can our tallest competitor, 6'6", John Alexis Jr., grab one of them? We'll see the giant when American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to the final minutes of the Minneapolis City Finals. While we were away, two more ninjas tried to punch their ticket to Vegas. Minnesota's Hunter Gerard is nicknamed the Lizard. This is a cold-blooded lizard. And after reaching stage 2 as a rookie last year, he raced all the way to the ninth obstacle tonight. No! Despite the fall, his fast time earned him a trip to next week's national finals. But the biggest surprise may have been 28-year-old rookie Jonathan Stevens.
He's smoking through the course.
The heating and air conditioning technician from Mooresville, Pennsylvania, burned through the back half.
Look at this rookie.
And became the night's 4th finisher and was overcome with emotion at the buzzer.
He's in tears. He's in tears.
So Stevens' surprising finish has put Chicago's Michael Torres on the bubble in 15th place with one runner remaining. And that sets up some drama because that final runner is the very unpredictable John Alexis Jr. They call him the Giant because he's 6'6", and his runs are always some of the most exciting of the night. 3 years ago in Orlando, he had the fastest time in qualifying. Then he fell on the 4th obstacle in the city finals and missed out on Vegas. Oh, and look at that!
Wow.
Then 2 years ago, he did make it to Vegas and looked like he was cruising to an easy finish when he came up short on the final obstacle.
I bet you could just reach out and touch that neck. Oh! Oh! Dang!
So nothing is ever certain with John Alexis Jr.
Let's go, Giant!
Well, he's got his parents and sister here tonight. Along with Jesse Flex Lebrecht. They were on the same track team in high school back in Maine. And of course, watching closer than anyone is Michael Torres. A good run by Alexis will knock Torres out of the top 15. At 6'6", Alexis should have no problem with the archer steps, but his size does sometimes cause problems.
Yeah, Matt, we saw that again in qualifying. He fell on the 4th obstacle, the Diamond Dash. Just barely made it into the top 30 for tonight's city finals.
Couple extra swings, but he's through the double twister. Oh, almost missed the trampoline.
That's where it helps to be 6'6". He doesn't even need that trampoline.
Well, a much easier reach for him on these sky hooks, but he does weigh almost 200 pounds, one of our heavier athletes tonight.
Look at him, look how long he is. He's got to be mindful that he doesn't scrape the water.
Now here we go, the obstacle that took him out in qualifying, the Diamond Dash.
Matt, you think Flex is nervous?
Can't let it get in his head. And he's got it. And no stopping right into the battery ring.
Well, as the last runner, he knows what he needs to do. Get through the 8th obstacle, the hinge, and he's going to Vegas.
And if he does it, he'll eliminate Michael Torres.
That afro's almost hitting those bars.
Yeah, that
afro's nice.
Dr. J would be proud.
An afro like that.
And the Giant is through.
Shirt's coming off. Shirt's off. Afro's up.
And look at this. He's putting his shirt on the 18-foot mega wall. He didn't get a shot at it this year. It's like he's marking his territory for next season. And no problem with the 14.5-foot version. So Alexis heads to the back half. He needs to complete 2 more obstacles and he'll be in. And Michael Torres, who came oh so close to finishing that 8th obstacle and securing his spot in Vegas, looks on in agony. Salmon ladder's up first. But as we said, Alexis is prone to mistakes.
As a big guy, these are going to be a challenging 2 obstacles here. The salmon ladder into the hinge.
Wow. And no hesitation. He's attacking it. Gets through the salmon ladder easily, but now the hinge.
With his mass, he should be able to control this middle panel.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Click it. Lock it.
Now it's locked in.
Look at the intensity. Wow. Just needs the dismount, and he's got it. And John Alexis Jr. is going to Vegas. Unfortunately, that eliminates Michael Torres.
Oh, you got to feel for the brother. Here's a guy that left his job and moved to Chicago to concentrate on Ninja, and now he misses out on Vegas.
So the pressure's off John Alexis Jr. He knows he's going to the national finals, and with this pace, he's got a shot at the fastest finish set by Joe Morawski just a few minutes ago. First up, though, Iron Maiden already knocked out 11 competitors tonight.
And Matt, especially with his size, he weighs almost 200 pounds. This is going to be a challenge.
Now you use the handles here. Now he'll transfer over.
Get your legs up.
And now he can use the pegs.
Look at long arm. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at Daddy long leg. Come on, Giant. Come on, man. Come on.
What does he have left? Needs to transfer over, and now handles again on the descent.
The Jolly Afro Giant.
Are you kidding me? Just a few pegs away. What a big performance. Yes! 35 feet away from hitting his first city finals buzzer. He's got a shot at Morawski's time, but he can't mess around.
Matt, he's going to be really awkward in this shoot. It's hard for him to fit those long legs inside that tight space.
Everyone out to watch this final run. This is going to be close.
Yeah, he better hustle about 30 seconds.
Oh, my.
Look at him. He just blew through the 100-pound doors. Look at this. He's a wheel giant.
Feed, five, fold, thumb.
Oh, my goodness. He just went to the camera.
He's going to beat Morawski's time, and he's going to get his first city finals buzzer. By far the best performance he's ever had. A giant performance out of the big man, and a perfect way to end the night here in Minneapolis.
Well, his size 15 feet were his downfall last time on Diamond Dash, but tonight his foot placement was perfect. And he didn't let his size get in the way on Iron Maiden. The Giant comes through with the big finish at the buzzer.
He's standing by with Christine.
John, congratulations. This is your first buzzer ever in a city finals. How does this feel?
Oh, it feels so good. I've been wanting it for a couple years, and it's nice to finally execute it.
Yes, you made it all the way to the end of the spider trap. You even smiled and waved at the camera.
I felt really good after I pushed the first door, and I felt like I was going to get to the top.
Congrats, and we'll see you in Las Vegas.
Thanks a lot, Christine.
Guys.
So the Giant, John Alexis Jr. sits atop our final leaderboard, ahead of Joe Morawski and Jake Murray. We had 5 hit the buzzer in all. Among the non-finishers moving on to next week's national finals are the Cowboy Ninja Lance Pekas, plus a pair of youngsters, Danny Bergstrom and Tyler Gillette. Our top 2 women to advance are Megan Martin and Abby Clark. And what a finish to our city competitions. For Akbar Bajbi Emil and Christine Leahy, I'm Matt Eisman. And we'll see you next time when the national finals begin in Las Vegas on American Ninja Warrior.